Hello and welcome to the Felt Hub with Lincolnshire Fen Crafts. This is what we are going to be cracking on with today. This beautiful, joyful, full of colour, vibrant seascape. And I've called it Cornwall by the Sea because it's kind of reminds me of Cornwall meets Balamory with a kind of abstract feel to it as well. And of course, our traditional British seagulls here. In fact, all that's missing is a chip there, but feel free to add that if you want to. Anyone who doesn't know what Balamory is, it's a children's TV program, and all the houses, it was on the coast, and all these houses with these amazing colours. So anyone who's watching from the UK will probably know what I'm talking about if you are of a certain age. Now, what I've done when I've finished is I've just got this lovely piece of driftwood here, attached it to that, ready to hang, but it can also be framed. It's absolutely glorious, and I had such a great time making it. Now, you will just need a whole bunch of colourful wools, be that carded wool, wool tops, it really doesn't matter. I think there's around 20 different fibres here. Just make sure that the colours are bright and the colours are vibrant, and then you've got this nice dark contrast here, which really brings the whole thing to life and makes it pop. However, if you are new to needle felting or you don't have all the things that you need, I've got some beautiful silk fibres in here as well, and gorgeous sort of wool top mixed with silk and little neps of fibre as well. So if you don't have anything or you want to buy the kit, then you can also do that. This is the kit, which comes in this gorgeous box, and inside you have the option to add the driftwood. Of course, it has my always, as ever, detailed instructions with so many different photographs, all in full colour, all easy to read in an A4 format. And to make life super easy for you, there is the picture that I have created, which, as you can see here, and so you don't have to do any drawing at all. And then there's a piece of carbon paper in there, and then this is actually made on a piece of linen or calico, so it's quite a tight weave linen. And then inside that box will be all the fibres that I have used, as you can see in this picture, to create this stunning sort of Cornwall type seascape. So we're going to pop into the felt hub now. We're going to get started. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make, and any links that you hear me mention will be popped into the comments. And please make sure that you subscribe for more instructions and tutorials as and when they happen. So thanks so much for joining me, and we'll get in there now and get started. So here we are inside the felt hub, where we're going to make this beautiful coastal scene. This could be anywhere along the British coast, but I've based mine loosely around the Cornish seascape, just because of all the beautiful coloured houses that you find there. But you could easily find those in Suffolk or anywhere else you find yourself travelling along our gorgeous coast. Now, transferring the picture is so easy. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, no drawing skills necessary. You're going to place your linen or whatever you are felting to onto a flat surface. Place your carbon paper on top, carbon face down, and then the picture goes on top of that. And that is why I've used linen for this, because not only is it a really great medium for this project, but it's also really easy to transfer the picture. And all you're going to do is just draw around each line of the picture freehand, and you will see that that will transfer really easily to the linen underneath. And you can use this carbon paper over and over again, as well as the picture itself. If you want to download the pattern for this, then I'll pop a link in the description for you, so you can easily, instantly download that via the Lincolnshire Fen Crafts website. So as you can see here, again, no need for a ruler. I traced it all out, I copied it all out using a ruler, but you don't need to now. You can just go freehand, use a pencil if you've got one, but a pen will also do just as well. And just fill in all those details. And some of those details we're going to cover up as we work, but then we'll reinstate them as we go along. And you can see how easily that is transferring. I'm just going to work on these seagulls down here. I'm not going to go through the whole piece. I'm just going to show you little sections so that you can see how easy it is to do. And you can do this with any project that you are working on. It's just a case of getting the lines down just so you've got a guide. Think of it as painting by numbers, which this really is. You're learning to paint with wool, and it's a kind of paint by numbers format. It's really simple. The technique is very much the same for most of the way through. It's mostly 90% flat felted and with some little 3D elements just to bring it to life. And as you can see, there we have our traced picture ready for you to now attach all of the wools. And as you can see with the houses, the details for the windows, etc., can all be added later on. So let's talk felting mats. I'm actually working on a large, I think this is a 30 by 30 centimetre or 12 by 12 inch foam upholstery mat. So it's nice and firm. Always use a wool topper or some kind of fabric topper before you start working. If you prefer, you can use a rice mat. I've got a double-sided one here. So you've got the Hessian on one side and then a nice thick pure wool felt on the other. Again, those are available in the shop. I will pop a link below. And again, always use a topper. What many of you might have is a smaller piece of foam, which you can work on just as easily. It's just a smaller area. So feel free to use whatever works best for you. So let's talk felting needles. Now I am using a 38 star for the majority of this project, as well as a multi-tool or two, but you can do the entire piece with one needle, and have a little pair of sharp scissors handy for trimming any bits off. Also, one of my favourite tools when you really want to do some quick felting is the 7-needle punch tool, but I've actually removed 2 needles because when you're working on foam, it's easier if you have reduced the number of needles in that tool. If you're working on a rice mat, you can continue with the 7, but I find the 5 easier. And then here I've got a great tool as well, one of my favourites, which is just a 3-needle multi-tool, and again you can take those out, reduce it to 2 or 1 depending on how you are using it. And then of course you've got all of your amazing fibres that you have gathered together, or if you have the kit they will all be in there, including this amazing silk throaster's waste, which is absolutely brilliant for creating the sort of the sea lapping against the shore or the boat. So now you've got all your woolen tools together, it's time to start painting with wool. I'll see you in part 2.